Hey, what's up guys, Jaeky here. InfinityMice reached out to me on Twitter and they asked if they could send over some of their products for me to try. So here I am today unboxing, and I'm going to be giving my first impressions as well as my overview on the mousepads that they sent me. They actually sent me 4 mousepads, which is insane. I thought they were only going to send me like maybe 1 or 2, but I actually got 4 mousepads. Okay, so let's get straight into the unboxing here. This is what the packages came in, okay? Look, it's really nice packaging. It's very similar to like the artisan mouse pads where they come like flat in a cardboard box. So this is the packaging that it came in, and then inside, like when I cut open the cardboard box, you get this. Look, they're appealing to me. They know exactly what they're doing. Look at that anime packaging. No, you're just appealing to all the weebs, bro. Appealing to all the weebs. Look at that. So there's actually 4 of these. I'm surprised they sent me 4. Yeah, so here's the other one. This is the Infinite Hybrid. So the other one was the Infinite Control. This is the hybrid pad. This is their speed pad, and I guess they're all red. But yeah, this is the speed pad. And then this one has a pretty cool different graphic on it compared to the other ones. So yeah, this one looks sick. I wonder what this one's gonna be. So let's get these all open and we'll see. Okay, also as for like this packaging, all you do is like you turn it around. There's a little pull tab here. Let's rip this one open first. Which one am I opening? This one's the Infinite Speed. Oh. Wait, that is nice. Wait, that is nice. What? Wait, this is like very soft too. It reminds me of the artisan mouse pads, I'm gonna be honest. There's a little logo on the bottom right, InfinityMice. The back is like, I don't know if you can see that, but there's like sort of a design on the back. You have their logo, I think. Yeah, their logo. And then it's like fully rubber. So it's very similar to like the artisan ones where the back is completely rubber. Have to put it on my desk to see the grip, but this actually feels very nice so far. Comparing it to my artisan, let me see. It is a little bit harder. I have the Artisan Zero in soft. This one is not as squishy as the soft Artisan Zero, but still feels very nice. So this is what was this again? Infinite Speed. Let's do this one next. This one's the hybrid pad. It's funny how these are just all red. Ooh, okay, hybrid pad. Wow, okay, so this actually, the surface texture feels very similar to the Hien. The Artisan Hien is what this reminds me of. It's like a rough sort of texture. The speed one right here is like a lot smoother. I'm gonna put it close to the camera to see if you can actually see it. So this is the hybrid pad. I guess you can't really see it on camera, but if you've ever had a Hien, that's what it reminds me of. There's my cat. The bottom's exactly the same, completely rubber. Okay, third pad is gonna be the control pad. This is probably gonna be very similar to the speed pad texture-wise, I imagine. Yeah, okay. It's not as smooth. It's not as smooth as the speed pad. It actually feels... Actually, no, it doesn't feel similar to my Zero. It's a lot more soft. This feels very soft for sure. Again, the bottom on all these pads are exactly the same. Next up's the one with the cool packaging, the Vagabond. There it is. Let's get it open. Ooh, look at this one. This one looks sick. Look at that. You got a nice little graphic on it. Again, the back is exactly the same as the other ones. Very cool. Okay, let's put all these on the desk and we're gonna try all 4 of them out. Okay, so I want to show you guys their website now that I have all the mousepads unboxed. I haven't tried them yet on the desk, but this is what their website looks like, infinitymice.com. If we go over to their catalog here, we can see the ones that I got are pretty much these 2. They have some screwdrivers and there's random stuff on here, like some mouse skates as well. But we're going to be looking at the mouse pads. So pricing, I already put on the screen earlier, but this is obviously the Vagabond one. Looks like it's hybrid. It's a hybrid surface. Focuses on a medium glide. I actually haven't tried them yet, so I'm just reading off the specs right now. We'll have the infinite pads here. So a choice of control, hybrid, or speed surface. So these are the ones that I got. The 3 that I got are the control, hybrid, speed. So I got all 3 of them. So we're going to try all 3. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on it. But yeah, you can see here, it's going to be $49 and you can pick from control, hybrid, or speed. And I guess they only come in this red color. Maybe they'll have more colors in the future, who knows. But that's that for the website. Let's actually put them on the desk and see how they feel. Okay, we're going full mouse cam mode for this. So this is my Artisan Zero, has a little bit of hair on it. But yeah, this mouse pad is super nice. I've been rocking this for a while now. So I'm going to be comparing everything that I use today to the Artisan Zero in terms of feel and everything. So let's take the Artisan Zero off our desk. The first one I'm going to try is, oh geez, I think this is the control. Yeah, this is the control. Okay, let's talk size, right? I think I saw earlier on the website it was 490 by 490 centimeters, which is actually exactly the same as the extra large Artisan. So you can see I'm putting the extra large Artisan here corner to corner. You can see it's exactly the same size as my Artisan mouse pad. So all of the ones that I have today, all of the InfinityMice mouse pads that I have today, 490 by 490, exact same size as the extra large Artisan. Okay, so this is the control pad. The grip on the table, obviously I expected this, but it's extremely solid. Like this mouse pad's not going anywhere. Again, the bottom is like completely rubber. You can see there. So very similar grip to my Artisan mouse pad. Like this thing will not budge. Okay, but this is the control pad. Ooh. Okay, you can see the spin test there. I have Tiger Ice skates on my G Pro, by the way. Very slow. Very, very slow. I'm not going to spend too much time on every mouse pad. I don't want to make this video too long. I'm just going to give my initial impressions on it. Compared to the Zero, this is very slow. So this is definitely a control pad, like the name suggests. Very, very slow compared to the Zero. Reminds me of a GSR almost. The quality is nice though. Like it has stitched edges. Honestly, it feels very similar quality-wise to the Artisan mousepad. But obviously I can't test longevity. But yeah, this one is very slow. Probably not my style. Doesn't feel muddy. It feels very smooth. But again, I don't know how it would go, how it would feel long term. But yeah, this is the control pad. Very, very slow compared to the Artisan Zero. Next up, this is the... Actually, I don't want to do the speed pad yet. I want to do hybrid and then speed. So let's do the hybrid pad. Again, when I first... You can actually see it on the webcam. The texture of the mouse pad. Very similar to my Heian, which I actually have my Heian in my closet, but I don't want to take it out right now. But yeah, the texture is very, very similar to the Heian. You know, I think that's actually what they were going for. Is like the Heian style texture, because even like swiping my arm across it gives me Heian vibes. But I will say it's not as fast as my Heian. So you can see the little spin test here. It's definitely faster than the control pad, but it still has a lot of control to it. Yeah, it's definitely not as fast as the Heian. Should I pull out my Heian? You know, I'll actually pull out my Heian. Okay, here's the Heian. You can see the color difference too. The InfinityMice mousepad is a little bit brighter than the Heian. Not that that really matters, but yeah. So when we compare the Heian, the textures you can see on the webcam even very similar. Like I said, like running my finger across the Heian and then the InfinityMice mousepad, it's almost identical texture-wise. But the Heian is a little bit more fast. But it is what they were going for. I feel like is this Heian type of style, this hybrid pad. But yeah, the Heian's on the bottom, by the way. The Heian is faster. You can see on the glide even. You can see on the glide that the Heian is a lot faster still, but very similar to the Heian actually. These mousepads so far are looking really good, especially because they're a lot cheaper than the Artisan mousepads. Because I'm pretty sure it's an American-based company, so you don't have to pay the shipping fees that you would on the Artisan mousepads. And quality-wise, they seem very, very similar to Artisan mousepads so far. Okay, this is the speed pad. Right here. Compared to my Zero, a lot smoother. A lot smoother. This feels like it practically has like no texture on the top. It's very, very smooth. Yeah, that definitely feels smoother, but I will say it's very comparable to my Zero almost, speed-wise. Bring my Zero back out here. Yeah, okay. So it's actually very similar to the Zero in terms of speed and smoothness. But the thing is, the Zero, the texture on the surface on the Zero is a lot more apparent. Like, there's definitely a noticeable texture on the Zero, whereas with the InfinityMice speed mousepad, there is almost no texture. It's like very smooth. But yeah, speed-wise is actually very similar to the Zero. This is probably my favorite one so far out of all of them is the speed pad, because it's very similar to my Zero. I will say my least favorite so far is the hybrid pad, because I didn't like the Heian very much. I liked it at first, but over time I felt like the Heian texture kind of bothered me. So if you've tried a Heian before and you don't like the texture, then definitely don't go for the hybrid pad. But the control and the speed ones so far are actually very good. If you need a little bit more of like a feeling, then I would go for this one, the control, because you can actually like feel the texture of the mouse pad. But again, the control is like very similar to Zowie GSR speeds. If you've ever used a Zowie GSR, this is sort of the speed that the control pad gives you. It's pretty slow. Like it's very it's definitely like a control pad, noticeably slow. If you want an experience similar to the Zero, I would say go for the speed version. There is still one we haven't tried yet, and that is the Vagabond. There it is. It looks nice, I'll give it that. But let's see how it feels. Ooh, that's interesting. So it said it was a hybrid pad, but this feels... I actually don't know how to describe this. The surface has a texture, so it's kind of like the control pad, but it's faster than the control pad. So it is a hybrid pad. I would say it is in between the control and the speed, but it leans more towards the slower side. It's a little bit faster than the control pad that they have, but not as fast as the speed pad, and it has a little texture on the surface as well. One thing that is bothering me though, that I'm noticing right now as I'm swiping my hand across, is the stitching on this pad is kind of irritating my forearm. Like my forearm right here, it's kind of irritating my forearm. Like the stitching is a little bit raised above the mouse pad, and so when I'm swiping my mouse across, I can actually feel the stitching on my forearm. So I actually don't like that. I didn't have this problem with the other ones actually. It's only on this pad where the stitching feels like it's a little bit raised. And it's kind of bothering me. So I don't really like this pad. I don't really like this one, to be honest, because of the stitching. Let me actually go back to this one. This one's the speed. I'm gonna see if there's that. Yeah, so the stitching on these ones are fine. These ones, you don't really feel the stitching at all. On the Vagabond one, you could definitely feel the stitching. It was rubbing against my forearm. This one is fine though. All the other ones are fine. Okay, so final thoughts on these mouse pads, right? For the Vagabond one, the feeling was okay. It felt like I said, it felt a little bit faster than their control version. So again, it is a hybrid pad, but the thing that bothered me is the stitching. I don't know if it's only on my mouse pad. Your experience might be different. But for my mouse pad, the stitching on this mouse, on the Vagabond specifically, was a little bit too raised, and it would irritate my forearm. So maybe I just have sensitive forearms, who knows. But yeah, I would not recommend this one just because of the stitched edges, like the raised stitch edges. This one, my favorite was definitely the speed. My second favorite was the control, and then my least favorite was the hybrid, mainly just because of the texture of the hybrid. It was too coarse, and I feel like I'm a pretty heavy texture person, so like playing on that mouse pad would probably be pretty irritating for my hand and my forearm, which is why I don't like the hybrid as much. That's the same reason why I switched off the Artisan Heian. But the speed is very similar to the Artisan Zero, like speed wise. So the texture on the speed is actually a lot smoother than the Artisan Zero, which isn't really a good or bad thing. It's just different. And then the control is very similar to Zowie GSR in terms of speed. So it really depends. If you want more of a fast experience like an Artisan Zero, then go for the speed. If you want something like a Zowie GSR, like very control heavy, then almost to the point where it feels muddy, then I would go for the control pad. But yeah, the quality wise, these mouse pads are actually really nice, especially for $49. That's cheaper than you can get it from Artisan, because with Artisan, obviously you have to pay for the shipping. So for $49, it's actually not bad at all. And yeah, I can't really speak for the longevity because obviously this is like initial impressions. I literally just opened them, but like straight out of the box, they feel very nice. They feel pretty high quality. The stitch edges are good. So I feel like they could last you a very long time. It's, yeah, gave me pretty heavy Artisan vibes when I unboxed it. But yeah, shout out to InfinityMice for sending out these mouse pads, and I'll leave a link to this website below if you want to check them out. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.